Good morning, students. Welcome to geography class. Dear students, we are going to conduct examination of all subjects, and you will get the timetable and the syllabus from all the teachers. Okay, so geography syllabus for you. So please note this. So 2 lessons, then map of India and the topo sheet. Not all the part, some part I will teach. Okay. Lesson 4, climate of India. Lesson 5, soil resource of India. Okay. 2 lessons, soil resources of in India. Lesson 4 and 5. Okay, 4 we will complete today, and 5th I will start a small lesson about the various types of soils in India. We will learn. After that, okay, so something about the topo sheet. I will introduce what is topo sheet and some features of the topo sheet we will learn. Then map of India, that you can learn by yourself. In the textbook it is given. Okay, for example, rivers of India. Then okay, mountains, plateaus, okay, important cities, towns. Okay, I will teach you after this. Okay, so these 2 lessons and topo sheet and map of India. So let me start. Our lesson is about the climate of India. Today we will complete the lesson, and we are learning about the 4 seasons of India. No, okay, we have learned about the hot and the dry season, March, April, May we have learned. Okay, April, May we have learned. Then we have learned about the rainy season, season of the southwest monsoon. Okay, we have learned. Then we have learned about the season of the retreating monsoon. What is retreating monsoon? And now it is the 4th season of India according to the variation of monsoon. The cold season or the season of the northeast monsoon. Okay, we have learned what I mean by northeast monsoon. And we have learned about the temperature condition of India during this season. And temperature condition in the South India we have learned, North India we have learned. And now listen, pressure conditions and the wind directions during this season. Okay, pressure. We know what is atmospheric pressure. In class 9 we have learned about the temperature, atmospheric pressure and the origin of the winds. No, we have learned about the periodical wind. Okay, we have learned about the planetary wind, permanent wind, no? Trade wind, westerly and the polar wind are the 3 permanent wind in the world, no? Permanent winds in the world. Monsoon is a seasonal wind. Please remember, monsoon is not a permanent wind. It is a seasonal wind. And we know southwest monsoon. And this is the season of the southwest monsoon in India, no? Monsoon. And we have learned about the features of the Indian monsoon. Erratic in nature. Please remember, erratic. Okay, please revise the lesson. Let me start today's class. Pressure conditions and wind direction during the cold season or the season of the northeast monsoon, December to March. As discussed, we have learned now because of the apparent movement or migration of the sun toward the south, shining directly over the Tropic of Capricorn, Tropic of Cancer. Okay, please remember, the Indian subcontinent receives oblique rays of the sun during the winter. Okay, we know what I mean by oblique. Okay, rays of the sun, oblique rays. Okay, slanting rays, no? And we know what is the difference between slanting rays and the direct rays of the sun. As a result, high pressure builds upon the land, with the low pressure centered on the water bodies surrounding the peninsula. Okay, Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal. Over these water bodies, what is the temperature and the pressure? So low pressure, no? As the high pressure over the land and low pressure over the sea. So as such, Offshore winds start blowing towards the low pressure areas centered in the Bay of Bengal. Offshore wind blowing towards the sea from the land. Okay, please remember offshore wind. Onshore wind is blowing from the sea towards the land. Okay, so two types. So these winds do not blow towards the Arabian Sea because of the Deccan Plateau. Hence, they are forced to blow via Indo-Gangetic Plain towards the Bay of Bengal. As these winds blow from northeast to southwest, they are called the northeast monsoon. Okay, during the month of December, January, February, March, in our country, a wind is there, and this is known as the northeast monsoon wind, northeast monsoon in the cold season. What is the direction of the wind? What is the pressure difference between the land and the sea during this season? Why it is there? Okay, please remember this. Then, rainfall during the cold season, rainfall. Coromandel Coast in Tamil Nadu. In the map, we have to learn about the Coromandel Coast. So here there is a picture, no? So that is only, okay, for reference only, Coromandel Coast, Canara Coast, Malabar Coast, Konkan Coast. Okay, Coromandel Coast, please note this one. Coromandel Coast is the southeastern coastal region of the Indian subcontinent, bounded by the Utkal Plains to the north, the Bay of Bengal to the east, the Kaveri Delta to the south, and the Eastern Ghats to the west, extending over an area of about 22,800 square kilometers. Coromandel Coast is a coastal region in the eastern coastal regions of India. Okay, eastern coast, Coromandel Coast, Coromandel, mainly in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, Coromandel Coast. Okay, in the map you have to learn this one, Coromandel Coast. Where is the location of the Coromandel Coast? Where is Malabar Coast? Malabar Coast, Canara Coast and the Konkan Coast are in the western coastal regions of India. Coromandel Coast in the eastern and eastern Ghats and the western Ghat, no, eastern Ghat are a discontinuous range of mountains along India's eastern coast, eastern Ghat, eastern mountain range. Okay, Coromandel Coast. We will teach again this in the when we learn the okay map. Now I will explain again Coromandel Coast, Konkan Coast, then Malabar Coast, Canara Coast and exact location also. Okay, I will. During winter, dry offshore northeast monsoon winds blow from high pressure region to low pressure, centered at the head of the Bay of Bengal. Coromandel Coast. Rainfall in the Coromandel Coast during the cold season. These winds do not bring rains to Ganga Valley, but as they proceed after crossing the Bay of Bengal, they gather enough moisture. Okay. Then, as they strike the Coromandel Coast on eastern India, Tamil Nadu, and southern tip of Andhra Pradesh get heavy rainfall accompanied by stormy winds. Okay, that is the reason. Tamil Nadu receives rainfall in what we can say, okay, December, November, January. This is the reason. Wind that is reaching after crossing the Bay of Bengal, picking more moisture. Okay. They cause heavy damage to standing crops and means of transport. Tamil Nadu receives nearly 75% of or 70 centimeters rainfall during the winter season. 70 centimeters. Tamil Nadu. The rainfall is highest at Nagapattinam in Tamil Nadu, nearly 100 centimeters, but goes on decreasing rapidly inland as it reaches the interior, giving only 3 to 4 centimeters rainfall to Karnataka Plateau. Rainfall during the cold season in Tamil Nadu, Coromandel Coast. Okay, Coromandel Coast. Then winter rainfall in the northwest regions of India in winter rainfall. In the north, even though the sky is generally clear. The spell of fine weather is often broken by light rainfall, which occur due to westerly depression. Already we already know westerly disturbance. What is western disturbance? Or temperature cyclones originating in the Mediterranean Sea. The precipitation is in the form of snow in higher regions of Jammu and Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. They give up to 10 to 15 centimeters of rainfall to Punjab, Haryana and Uttar Pradesh as they proceed eastward, causing cold wave in the surrounding regions. Winter rainfall in the northwest part of India from the western disturbance. Winter rainfall. Okay, already we have learned about the winter rainfall. What is winter rainfall? This rainfall is cyclonic rain and is beneficial to crops, especially wheat and barley. Already we have learned about the Kali Baisagi. We know. And we have learned mango shower. Okay. Please remember about the mango shower and the Kali Baisagi and the importance of these two pre-monsoon rainfall. Pre-monsoon rainfall means before the beginning of the monsoon in India, there are rainfalls, and this is known as the pre-monsoon rainfall. Okay. And now we will learn about the features of this season. Features of the cold weather season. This is the season when northeast monsoon takes over the from the southwest monsoon. Unlike the southwest monsoon, the onset of the northeast monsoon is not so clearly defined. We have already learned, according to our climatic data, every year there is the beginning of southwest monsoon from 1st June to 5th June. There is the beginning of the southwest monsoon. Malabar coast or Kerala receive the rainfall first, we know. But this northeast monsoon, the beginning is not so clearly defined. It is not very strong, like the southwest monsoon. Okay. A characteristic feature of the cold weather season is the inflow of western disturbances originating from Mediterranean Sea. The frequency of these disturbances is 4 to 6 per month between December and January. Winter rainfall is caused by the depressions that are associated with the western disturbance moving out from the Mediterranean Sea. Already we have learned one of the features during this season. There is the coming of this western disturbance will give us rainfall. They give up to 10 to 15 centimeters rainfall in Punjab, Haryana, Uttarakhand and western Uttar Pradesh as they proceed eastward, causing cold wave and snowfall in surrounding regions around western Himalayas. Western disturbance, importance and the consequences of the western disturbance. The rabi crops, wheat in northwest India and rice in Tamil Nadu depend on winter rainfall. Hence, it is of great economic importance affecting the production of these crops. The cold weather season in the country is generally marked by fine cool weather, low humidity and large variation in the range of temperature. Okay. So please remember the features of the cold weather season in our country. So we have learned 4 different seasons of India. Please remember the name of the 4 seasons. The hot dry season, March to May. The rainy season or the season of the southwest monsoon, June to September. The season of the retreating monsoon, retreating southwest monsoon. Okay, please remember 3rd season. And the 4th is the cold season or the season of the northeast monsoon. Okay, please remember when is the beginning of the hot dry season and the features of the season, temperature condition, pressure condition. Then we have another rainy season. Okay, features of the rainy season, temperature conditions. Then we have about the retreating monsoon. What do you mean by retreating monsoon? Reason for the beginning of this wind. 4th one, the cold season or the season of the northeast monsoon. Okay. So you have to remember, revise the textbook again, many times. And now we will learn something about the distribution of rainfall in the country. It means what? The amount of rainfall received by an area. In India, where the temperature conditions are ideal enough to grow various crops, it is the availability of water that determines the agriculture pattern of crops and their productivity. All the crops need ideal temperature and also sufficient water. Therefore, the total annual rainfall and the number of rainy months of an area are very significant for the two crops seasons, that is Rabi and the Kharif season. Hence, we can divide India into four major rainfall regions. Okay, according to the availability of rainfall, we can divide India into four areas now. Okay. Then, however, the following three factors determine the distribution are the direction of the moisture laden wind. Okay, we know southwest monsoon is a moisture laden wind. What do you mean by moisture laden wind? The wind which carry more rainfall. Okay, moisture. The relief features Himalaya in the north, the northeast, and western Ghats in the west. We know that one now relief rainfall, orographic rainfall, and the two sides of a wind mountain, no, windward side and the leeward side. Windward side receives more rainfall than the leeward side. Okay. The passage followed by cyclonic depressions, which is determined by existing low pressure and high pressure conditions on the land. Today we have read about the are the three factors now determine the amount of rainfall of a region. During summer and winter, over 75% of the annual rainfall over India is recorded during rainy season by southwest monsoon. Southwest monsoon is important because it is a moisture laden wind, so it is giving us more rainfall. Okay, please remember that. And some areas in the country, which receives more than 200 centimeters of rainfall in a year, like Meghalaya, Assam, West Bengal, Bangladesh, West Bengal. Then Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, then area south of Tropic of Cancer, Kerala, Maharashtra, Goa, and Karnataka. These states now place areas. Areas with 100 and 200 centimeters. In between 100 and 200 centimeters. Bihar, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh. In the south it is northern part of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, southern part of Tamil Nadu, parts of Western Ghats and Eastern Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, and less rainfall, less than 100 centimeters of rainfall in 1 year. Upper Ganga Valley, Eastern Rajasthan, parts of Punjab, Haryana, and Kashmir. Okay, like that. Already we have learned now. So, the amount of rainfall is not the same everywhere in the country. We have learned one of the most important feature of the Indian monsoon. Okay, the amount of rainfall is not the same everywhere. Please, that is very important. A feature of the Indian monsoon. Okay, character features. Okay, we have learned amount not the same everywhere. Okay, please remember the areas and it is given in the textbook. Please go through that one. Okay, so we have completed one lesson, and tomorrow or in the next video we will start soils of India, an important, is very small lesson. After completing that lesson or in between, I will upload videos about topo sheet, about the map of India. So this is a picture of rivers of India. So it is given in the textbook. So where is river Kaveri, Tungabhadra, Ganga, it's like that. So that is very important. Okay, you can learn from the textbook. Okay, that river, the course of the river name also is given. Okay, so you have to mark If I asked what because name the river Ganga or Kaveri, then okay, you can mark like this. Okay, so revise the lesson. Thank you.